See, he does do some work. There you go. Give him a follow on his channel. There goes that. Star, isn't he? Star. Yelverton is worth a visit just to see this lovely picture of Laura on the wall. With the Devon PJ Alliance being called off, we headed across the moors to have a game at Yelverton Golf Club. With the majority of courses closed in the county, we did unfortunately have to use mats. The first hole is from a tee on the left-hand side. We've got 169 yards through a gap in the trees, bunker guarding left and 2 bunkers guarding right. The pin is on the front of the green. With the hole slightly downhill and downwind, I've decided to hit an 8-iron, try and draw it in off that right-hand bunker. Started it way too far left and I've pulled it as well. The miss is left, but this is a long way left. Not a good start. I definitely can't complain about the lie today because obviously we're putting it on a mat. Not sure how this is going to react, but I'm just working on a decent technique. Trying to land it just short of the green, hop it down. It is downhill and it kicks in from the right. Pleased with that. It's going left now, but the weight's good. Should leave myself a relatively short tap-in par putt. Don't see a lot in this putt, so I'm going to hit it nice and straight and firm. The greens look really pure as well, so I know if I put a good stroke on it, I'll hole it. And I did just that. So a good par on the first, good save and a good up and down. After a dodgy first swing, I decided to hit a fairway wood down here rather than the driver to try and get the swing going and to try and find the fairway to give myself a bit of confidence. As I hit the first one left, this is going slightly right and it's a bit short, but it's going to be okay. It's not going to make the bushes and I will have a shot into the green. So slightly further back than we wanted. This is the view for the second shot. Slightly uphill again, pin on the front, bunker on the right, bunker on the left. I'm not sure what this is going to do. So I've gone in, I've got 170 and I've gone with 7-iron. Thought it's all over it when I've hit it, but it's just come up a touch short. Should have probably hit the 6-iron. Must have been into a little bit of wind. So I've left myself an awkward little chip shot up the hill, trying to land this on the green. Didn't quite get it. The contact wasn't good and it's always going to come up a little bit short, but I've left myself on the right side of the hole. This one's straight up the hill. Can't see much break in it, so I'm going to go straight at it and try and be positive and aim for the back of the hole. Thought I hit a decent putt. Just didn't do a lot. Started it too far right and unfortunately didn't hold that putt and made a disappointing bogey on the second. Please check that you're still subscribed to the channel. So this is normally a par 4 from a tee further back left. So it's 158 yards from this mat with a green that slopes left to right. And it's on a slight down slope and a green which is sort of below the level of the fairway. So just trying to hit it just short and run it down. Gone in here with 7-iron. Thought it was plenty of club. Hit it good. But in the air I realised it's spinning too much and it's going to come up short. It's not quite made that slope. So I'm left with an awkward little chip here. It's got to land it left and short. I tried to land it sort of short the downslope. I've hit the downslope on the first bounce and it's run towards the back of the green, leaving myself a long, lengthy par putt. So I see in this putt, it's just outside right, but up the hill, needs hitting. So I've hit a really good putt here. About now I think it's in. It's breaking. It's just broke to the left. Relatively short tap in for bogey, but again, that's back-to-back bogeys and not the ideal start around Yelverton, because traditionally it's quite an easy start. Slightly blind tee shot here, but there is trouble down the left and also there is some bushes down the right. I try and find the fairway here from the right hand side ideally because it gives me a good angle in and I like to hit up the green, not across the green. So just chosen to hit a little rescue club, pushed it fractionally. The wind's left to right as well. It's fine. It's a little bit shorter than I'd hoped, but would leave myself a good angle in for my second shot. So second shot from 95 yards. Just played like a lowish 54, try and hop it up to slope to get it onto the back level. Just land on the slope and span back to the front of the green. So this is up the tier, breaking left to right, quite a slow putt, but once it gets to the top of the tier, it sort of runs away. But you've got to make sure you get it up there. I've hit a good line here, I'm really pleased with it. It looks good now, it's just drifting to the right. It's carried on running there, it's ran an awkward sort of 5-foot path. Just the ball go past the hole, so I know it's right to left. I'm thinking it's right centre, and that's where I'm going to try and hit it, but with a bit of pace. Once I've hit the putt, I've started it way too straight. It's broke to the left, caught the left edge and not dropped. That's a disappointing bogey. This is a par 5, and I'm going to hit driver because it's definitely reachable in 2, and we need a birdie. I'm going to zoom in and take you right up to the green, and that's what we're faced with. Relatively straight hole, but with a little bit of danger left and right. Just trying to hit this down the left-hand side and fade it back. Started it a bit too far left, and it's not really fading. I'm just hoping now that it gets lucky and misses those bushes. They've cleared a bit of the vegetation out here at Yelverton, so it's not too bad. Obviously, put it on the mat. I'm going to go over these trees with a rescue club. Got 200 yards in. It's just a good one of these, really. Can't really see the line, but I've picked a line now. Hit a really good shot. I think this is absolutely perfect. I'm just hoping it's got the carry. I'm looking over now at Josh to give me a sort of thumbs up. And yeah, it's really good. He said it's caught the left-hand side of the green. So I've left with a very lengthy eagle putt. Realistically looking to two-putt this. This breaks from the right as we look. But it's all about getting the weight right. And I'm really happy with that. Down to sort of 4 foot. Can't see anything in this putt. So I'm going to hit it dead straight with a little bit of pace to keep its line. Need this putt really to get the round back on track. Hit a decent putt here. It did break a little bit, but caught enough for the hole, and that's a good birdie to bounce back after 2 bogeys. The 6th hole, par 3, 137 yards, pin tuck way left. I think there's a bunker down there on the left-hand side. You cannot miss it left. Loads of room right. My wedge goes 135, so I pulled out wedge. Really good swing. Wind's now just drifting it from the left to right. Looks really good. Just come up a fraction short, but gives myself a makeable birdie putt. This putt is breaking sort of right to left, so I'm just going to hit it just outside right and let it drift back left towards the hole. Hit a really good putt here. Just drifting. It's not drifted enough. Come up a fraction short. It did hit something on the way. Easy tap in par. A long straight uphill par 4 into the distance. Off the back tee, it plays like 460, but it's still a good test from this particular tee on the right-hand side. You can see it's guarded by a couple of bunkers at the left and one at the right. Hitting driver. Pushed it again right. Wind is holding it up. Just a bit anxiously looking now, but it's fine. It just about stays in play. Obviously got a good lie off the mat, so I'm expecting this because the ball is slightly above my feet to go from right to left. So I've gone with 6 iron from 185. Absolutely ripped it. This is all over. At this stage, I'm thinking I might have actually holed it. Good for distance. Can't see how close it is, but it looks close. When we get up there, we see the pitch mark literally foot in front of the hole. It's gone past the hole, and this is a quick downhill putt. Can't see a lot in it, just fractionally left to right, but it's a tricky putt because you don't really want to race it at the hole because you could easily knock it 5 foot past because the greens are quite pure. Hit a really good putt here. Thought it's in the whole way. It's just stayed topside. Again, left myself a relatively easy tap in. Par putt and a good par on that hole today. I'm not sure if this is actually still true, but I'm pretty sure it was at one stage. So hitting driver, the ditch that you can see in the distance is 275 yards. It is slightly downwind, and I'm going to try and take it over that ditch, but I know I need a good one to actually get over it. Absolutely ripped this. It's as good as I got, and guess what? Yep, you've got it. Pitch straight in the ditch. Although we've had lots of rain, it's not actually too bad. You just got to watch your footing here. But obviously we put it onto a mat, so we do get a decent lie. I'm just going to hit 7 iron. I've got like 260, so no chance of getting to the green. Just hit 7 iron down there and leave myself sort of 100 yards in. It's a big open field, so it's quite an easy shot from that particular ditch. Got just over 100 yards, so I've gone in with a 50. Slightly downhill. I'm going to try and land it left of the pin and sort of let it feed down the slope. Need a good strike here. Hit it decent. Looks really good at the moment. Landing next to the pin, and then it sort of rips back to the front of the green. Wasn't expecting that amount of spin. Shocked me a little bit. And then we look at the club. You can see the ball's actually sort of gone up the face, which is, I don't know, added a bit of spin but lost a little bit of distance. So this putt for birdie across the green. Just see it just outside left, but not a lot of break in it. Hit a really good putt here. I'm thinking it's in. Oh, still don't know how that's missed. It's touched the right side of the hole and then just not accepted. So par, but really a good chance for a birdie on that par 5 today. Summer course at the par 4, but today par 3, 202 yards, slightly blind and quite an intimidating shot, although those bushes you can see do finish just short of the green. So a decent rescue club, started out right, drawing it into the pin, hoping this is the right club because again it's literally straight at the pin. Really pleased with that strike, nice shape as well. I'm liking this rescue club at the moment. So fraction short, up the hill, breaking right to left, quite a slow putt, so again needs hitting. The main aim is to get it past the hole, hit a really good putt. Just wanted to break now, gone in left half, and a good 2 to finish the front 9 at 1 over par, which I'm really pleased with after that, particularly after that start. A 480-yard par for the 10th hole with a fairway that slopes left to right. You've also got a ditch that runs sort of alongside and across the fairway on this hole, so hit it down the sort of left-hand side and let the ball bounce down to the right into the middle of the fairway. Hit this straight off the toe, and unfortunately it's going a bit left. It's going to hit the ditch, I think. I'm hoping it will come up short. Nope, it's landed straight in the ditch. Not good. Get in the ditch. Decent lie off the mat, obviously. Hit a really good 6-iron here from 170 all over the pin. Lands just short of the pin and then hops to the right-hand side, leaving myself an uphill birdie putt. So this putt, I think, is a little bit from right to left as I putt, left to right as you look down the camera. Again, up the hill. Give myself a good chance again. Hit a nice putt, just a little bit low. And as it lost pace, it went further left. But tap in, par on the 10th. Never too disappointed with that. I wasn't sure the yardage on this hole, and I thought it was actually still a par 5. So I'm thinking, good opportunity for birdie. It was only after when I was editing that I actually realised it was a par 4. Again, a wide fairway, but if you miss the fairway, you can get into a bit of trouble. Hit driver. Again, awful strike, low and left. But it's not good, hit well enough to reach any of the trouble. So it does leave myself a sort of relatively short second shot in. So here I've hit 7-iron, should have hit 6-iron. So when I've hit 7-iron, I've gone at it hard. Again, pulled it fractionally, missed it on the wrong side as well. And when we get up there, it's going to be even worse than I thought when I hit my second shot. Positive, we've got it past the bunker, so we don't have to flirt with that. Although I've short-sided myself, played a terrible chip there, made awful contact, come up short, landed into the bank and killed it dead. Again, facing a shot where I'm short-sided, although a shorter shot. Need to up and down this bogey. Trying to land it just front edge of the green and let it run down the hill because we are down the hill. Hit it again fat, but I've got away with it. It's ran to sort of 15 foot, leave myself a relatively long bogey putt. Can't see a lot in this, thinking it's just outside left edge. Down the slope, so it's quite quick. Need to hit a decent stroke. Fractionally pulled it, and it's just caught enough of the hole to go in. Got away with a bogey there. These holes are playing quite tough because they're all actually into the wind. So although it's 161 yards and it's downhill, I'm actually going in it with a 5-iron. Josh has just hit 6-iron, so I've added one more to what I would hit. Just going to hit it nice and hard. Just going to try and hit it a little bit higher than normal as well, just to hold it up into the wind. This is probably the best shot I've hit of the day. All over the pin. Slight draw into it now. Really, really good. Landed back there as well, giving myself a good look for birdie. This putt, although it's relatively short, does have quite a bit of break in it. Trying to work out how much, and I thought it was just outside the edge. When I've actually hit the putt and looking at it from the other side, I've actually realised that it was a bad read and not a bad putt. It's now literally, look, you see it now breaking. Literally a bit disappointed with that. It's still a good 3, but really should be giving myself more of a look at birdie, if I'm honest. The 13th is such a different hole from the back tee. We are relatively forward here. There is a big dip before the green. Again, important to find the fairway. This was a really good drive I've hit here. This is probably one of the best drives I've hit of the day. Absolutely piped it. Perfect line. Should give myself a good chance of hitting in a short iron for my second shot. So up here, again, like I said, pin's tucked on the right-hand side. So I'm going to try and hit it out slightly left. 4 is a good score in this hole traditionally. So just going to keep it left. Don't flirt with that pin because there is a bunker if you do come up short. Hit it exactly where I'm trying to hit it. Trying to move it in towards the pin. It didn't. It stayed out there. Can leave myself sort of 20 foot for birdie. This putt's got quite a bit of break on it. Breaking left to right. You know, good sort of foot and a half outside and let it drift towards the hole. Hit a decent putt here. Right on line. Just come up a fraction short. Thought it was going to be quicker down the hill. But just a tap in. Nothing too much to worry about here. And a good 4 in that hole. Pleased with a 4 into the wind. Give myself a few opportunities coming in maybe to pick up a couple of shots. So the 14th hole, this dogleg's dramatically down the left-hand side. You need to hit it over this tree I'm going to show you now. Ideally if you're hitting driver, but I've decided to hit 4-iron outright and leave myself a full shot in. So just going to hit it out the right, try and draw it. Wind's got it a little bit, pushing it to the right. Strike's okay, but going to leave myself longer in than I really should be on this hole. Got 108 yards here, which would be a 54, but I'm going to go at it with a 50 and hit it a little bit harder, because every wedge shot I've hit so far has had a bit of spin and come up short. I've just hit it thin. I've tried to take it off the top, and I'm like, sit, and it's flown the green. That is horrendous. Not happy with that at all. So chipping back up the slope and uphill, so I've decided to play a 50, play it further back in the stance, hands forward, and try and get that ball running up towards the hole. Played what I thought was a good chip. It had no check on it whatsoever. So ran past the hole and just kept going, leaving myself a lengthy par putt. And this is straight back down the hill with quite a bit of break on it. Just really trying to two-putt it. You can see the wind now getting up as well, and it's blowing straight across, making this putt break even more. Really pleased with the pace. Thought I had it there, just didn't take enough break. Left myself a bogey putt tap in, which again, disappointing on that hole. 15th hole, 308 yards back up the hill. Similar to the sort of 13th in that direction, so slightly into the wind. Hit driver, hit a really good drive here again. Nice little draw, sort of 5-yard draw, absolutely perfect. Really pleased with that. Got 115 yards in. I chose 50. Should have hit pitching wedge. This is landing up there, sort of middle of the green. It's landed now, and then it's just ripped right back off the front of the green. Didn't realise how much of an upslope it was, so short of the green. Got a little 9-iron here, coming in from the right-hand side. Going to sort of chip it sort of onto the front of the green and let it run up. Played a good shot, but it sort of checked. Left myself like 10 foot left for par. I know this putt breaks slightly from right to left. I saw the chip sort of move that way, so just going to hit it just outside with a good bit of pace. It is quite a slow putt. Now it's breaking, just caught enough for the left edge, and a good save in the end. I always find this a difficult hole, and I never really know what to hit off the tee. There is sort of a run out here. Like, if you go left as well, you're in trouble, so you need to keep it down the right-hand side. I've decided to hit rescue club, sort of hit it sort of just over 200. Just the worst swing I've hit. The strike was horrendous as well. It's so far right. It's in the bushes. I'm just hoping I get some sort of lie in there. So, should have hit 5 off the tee. That was my first mistake. Now I'm just going to hack this back towards the fairway and sort of leave myself a long third shot. Played it okay. Back onto the fairway. Took my medicine. Took my punishment. Got it back into play. So I've still got 197 yards here, but it's downwind. I've got 6-iron. Can't miss this left. Need a good strike. Pins right at the back. Absolutely rip this. It's all over it. Now I'm thinking, God, I could get 4 here. Can't see it down, but I'm like, that's got to be close. Get up there, and I've gone over the green. So I've set the camera up here. Unfortunately, I did have a chip first, which I duffed, and that was actually now my 4th shot. So I'm left with this, and that was my 5th shot. I'm left with this for a 6. My head is absolutely scrambled now after duffing that shot. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Didn't gain my thoughts or anything. Just stood up, putted it, missed it, and an awful 7, which has took the wind out of my sails. Right, back on it. 17th hole, 177 yard, par 3. Ditch on the right-hand side. Can't miss left because it kicks left. Bunker guarding left as well. Gone at it with 8-iron because it's straight downwind. Really good strike. Just left of the pin. Looks all over. I'm hoping it's the right club. Yep, absolutely spot on. Give myself a good chance of birdie. So this putt, right to left again. Similar putts I've had on quite a lot of holes, which is quite funny. So uphill, needs to be hit. Hit a good putt. It's just not turned at all. Overread it. Par. The putter has gone a bit cold. The 18th and final hole, 279 yards. Hitting driver. Going to get as close to the ditch as possible. There's like a sort of a big swell before the green. But trying to be attacking, so I do want a birdie down here to try and get it back. We're now 6 over par, so... And I'm hitting the driver decent. Another good drive. Slight fade of hit here, which is absolutely perfect. Should leave myself sort of 50 yards left, which is a little bit awkward, but at this stage, I'm just trying to get it as close as possible. So 58 degree. I'm just going to use hands and arms here. Try and keep the lower body very quiet and get a decent strike. So open my body line, or my body line to the left as well. Slide this club underneath the mat and underneath the ball. Played it really good. It's landing now, and then it just started ripping back to the front of the green. Pin is on the front though. So this for a birdie to finish 5 over. Can't see a lot in it. Probably just right centre from where I'm looking here. Is up the hill. Does need hitting again. Decent putt. Think it's in. Come up short. Disappointing par. 6 over par round. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video and comment below. Thanks to Mike, the YELVERTON member, and Josh for the patience while I filmed.